Well, in the meantime, while Hillary Clinton takes another day off from the campaign trail, new national polls in swing states show her sliding with voters younger than 35. That dip is even more apparent when third-party candidates are thrown into the mix. One America's Pilla explains.
The millennial vote is vital to Hillary Clinton's shot at the presidency in November, and it's becoming a major concern for the Democratic nominee. In this presidential election, millennials make up a large portion of the political force. Millennials are defined as people between the ages of 18 to 35. According to U.S. Census data from the Pew Research Center, as of July, an estimated 126 million millennial and Generation X adults were eligible to vote. Now that's roughly 56% of the population. The data shows there's 98 million baby boomers and other prior generations, and they make up only 44% of the voting eligible population. So comparatively, it would seem the younger generations outnumber the older ones this election. Here are some of the latest numbers from a few polls released this week. In a national Quinnipiac poll, Clinton has 31% of the millennial vote, which is only 5 points ahead of Trump. Now, that same poll in August had Clinton 24 points ahead of Trump. That's a 19-point swing in Trump's favor. There are similar results in a Detroit Free Press poll for the state of Michigan. The poll showed a big dip among voters under 35, with Clinton holding 31% and a 7-point lead over her opponent. And back in August, she held 44% with a 24-point lead, another double-digit swing for Trump. Democrats need a lot of votes from the younger part of the electorate to offset losses they normally get with older voters. Back in 2012, millennials gave President Obama his biggest numbers, capturing 60% of the under 30 vote nationally. And that's compared to just 37% for the Republican nominee Mitt Romney. And in swing states, Ohio and Michigan, Obama won 63% of the under 30 vote. Earlier this month, the Obamas campaigned for Clinton, trying to court younger voters.
This is not reality TV. Democracy's not a spectator sport. You don't tweet in your vote.
And let's be clear, elections aren't just about who votes, but who doesn't vote. And that is especially true for young people like all of you. In fact, in 2012, voters under the age of 30 provided the margin of victory for Barack in 4 key battleground states: Pennsylvania, Ohio, Florida, and right here in Virginia.
But here's a curveball in this election. Third-party candidates seem to be cutting into Clinton's millennial vote. In the national Quinnipiac poll and Michigan State poll, Libertarian candidate Gary Johnson has almost a quarter of the young vote, 13 and 14 points respectively. The question behind Clinton's millennial dip is whether it represents a moment in time or a new norm. If the presidential race stays close, will younger voters decide to vote Clinton or Trump, or go with a third-party option, or stay home? Ineligible voters don't necessarily translate into actual voters. Whether millennial and Generation X adults outnumber baby boomers and older generations will hinge on voter turnout. And Hillary Clinton has less than 2 months to win their approval back. Pilla, One America News.